need to do.
I am once again bemoaning my inability to draw.
Oh, what are you trying to draw?
I had an idea today um, for Pokemon, like an entirely new region, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Uh, it starts with with the legendary. So, legendary Pokemon are like the Pokemon on the box, right? The really big,
Mm-hmm.
godly looking things.
Yeah.
Uh, this legendary is a so their body consists of their name is I think I said Hylidia? Hylidia. Um, which is literally god of portals, right?
Oh, nice.
They have seven portals that make up their body. One in their throat, one in their diaphragm, one above their crotch, and then two each on their hips and shoulders.
Okay.
Like one for each side. Um, they have too much power. Like power is literally like coming off them in waves from their portals, right? Uh, they can't control their body very well. Their body parts change size, change colors, change everything. They're completely out of control. But the one thing they can control perfectly is their portals. So what they did is they took their portals, separated them, and expanded them. And then those seven portals turned into portals that lead to biomes, essentially.
Interesting.
They I think this happened on a remote island somewhere, like in the middle of the ocean. Like Paledia said, I don't want to hurt anyone with all my power. I'm gonna go fuck off to the nether reaches of nowhere. Um, and created these seven gates. And the gates sucked the life and energy out of this island completely. Uh, so this will mean nothing to you, but Paledia is a normal type. Their body, when it exists, has the consistency of a normal type. Uh, and because they separated their portals and cast away their corporeal form, they did away with normal type energy completely. So the region can't have any more normal types, like none at all. Which is weird because in Pokemon, normal types usually resemble like regular animals. Like in the very first game, the first normal type you come across is a bird, and then the second one is a rat. Um, to have zero normal types is weird. So the idea was the scientists that came to this remote island that was completely drained of energy to observe the portals, they created normal types. They created their own Pokemon, essentially. So all the normal types in this region, in this custom game, would be man-made. Uh, and I can't draw any of them.
Oh, that's a shame. That does sound like a really cool idea. Is that in conjunction with the writing that you were the idea that you had?
It is completely separate,
Okay.
which is also a pain because I should not be focusing on two things at once, especially when neither of those two things are the thing that I need to be writing for.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically
that
3 separate things.
Yeah. That I have. I think it's 100 kudos at this point. It,
Ooh!
it was 90 some last time I checked.
Yeah.
Uh, Let me go check again.
I was gonna say, I think I have it pulled up in my tab. That I always forget to. I always forget to come back to it.
My work.
Yeah, I did exactly 100.
Woo!
Look at you go. And 109 comments, dang.
So 23 bookmarks too, and people coming into my Tumblr and asking, "Hey, is this dead?"
I saw that.
Yeah, I pinned that. I said, "No, I'm not dead. I'm just slow."
Yeah, I mean, you know, it happens. I think if most people understand, and I think they were respectful about it, so.
Especially when I said it's my body's fault. Hello.
Yeah. It's a bit different.
And now I have this entirely new project in my head, distracting me from the rote, boring nature of Sigma Klein. The only character in Zeros get to have a last name. The other three don't count.
I was about to say, I was like, I was like,
Five.
Sure.
There are 6 other people that have last names. They don't count. Technically 10, if you want to include the bastards.
Oh.
But Sigma Klein is the only one who has a last name. Because he was the only one after 999.
I was gonna say 999s were most of the,
Well, 999 where all of the last names come from, except for Sigma.
And, you know, a few other spoilery people by extension.
I mean,
I don't know if they actually take his last.
Did he have a last name prior to VLR? I don't actually know
No,
the answer to that
I don't know. That's a good question. Because, like. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
I know Akane did, and by extension, Aoi did. Because Junpei says it in the first hour of 999. Her full name.
Right. Like, she's never not full name. I don't know.
First name, code name, last name.
Yeah, I was like, how do you phrase that? I don't know. Interesting.
I think Lotus got her name revealed in like an interview.
Yeah, it's that big like post 999 thing. Everybody was like, "Hey, what is her name?" And Uchikoshi was like, "Oh, I it's actually this." And then they were like, "Okay, can you tell us what Seven's name is?" And then he went, "Nope."
No.
Smiley face.
The answer is no, and thus I've turned that no into 7 doesn't tell anybody his name anymore.
Fair.
Just straight up. He moved to a new police division and he just said, "My name is 7. I come highly recommended. Don't ask me what my name is. I'm not going to tell you. But what about payroll? You just need to know my bank information. You don't need to know my name for that."
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, 7, I miss him. Anyways, well, welcome back to Mini Disability Kosen. When last we left off, we experienced our second death. We did some experimenting, and it turns out that we don't know how the demon dug out of the grave, because every guess was wrong, we assume, because we didn't do the third one, but if the other 2 were wrong, then why would she teleport? So now we're trying to figure out what the process is, and she threatened to come back again. So the title is officially making sense now. So,
Woo!
Yeah. But yeah.
I found a screw at the bottom of my desk. I am slightly concerned.
Oh, just like lying there?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's from something?
It looks like it's from my desk. I am slightly concerned.
But like specifically from like the leg or like
Not like the joint where the leg meets the desk, but like where the leg meets the base. Because it's like a two-tiered desk.
oh,
Um,
okay.
and like my computer is sitting on the base that's lying on the floor.
Interesting.
So I'm just not
Yeah,
gonna touch
I
it.
was gonna say just don't get real rowdy with it, I guess, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Mm.
Well, fingers crossed that it holds out longer than Oh yeah, we left off on this weird thing where it said like we drowned or something like that.
We love drowning.
I think that's what it said. Let me see if it'll. Oh yeah, and yeah, you could probably guess what happened next.
Yeah.
Kayki fell in the pool, which was so like unprompted, and now we hear oh shoot, what's it called?
EKG.
Okay, I was gonna say EKG, and then I was like, wait, is that what it is?
Is it an EKG? We'll never know. That's what we're calling it, though.
Yeah, close enough. You can hear it. If you don't know what it is, then
No, like the acronym is definitely EKG. I just don't know if EKG is what the BP graph is called.
fair. You're
You're
kidding.
kidding. who is the color-coded speaker?
I was gonna say it's purple, so I assume it must be Lily, because it's the only one that's ever coded, except for Blue Thoughts of our narration of Kayki. Everything else
Kayki
is
currently unconscious after having fallen in the pool.
presumably yes. So
Yeah, so I guess it's Lily. Go ahead.
you're kidding. Oh, what I wouldn't have given to see that. Oh,
You can. Yeah, I recorded it on my phone. That sounds like Victoria. Maybe.
yeah, maybe. Wow, your entire body just slamming into the water like that? How much did it hurt, Kayki?
Yeah, pretty badly.
Here's
That's
a.
a hot tip, too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you're gonna fall into a pool, try not to have your phone in your pocket.
Is it totaled?
Yeah. And for bone, I think this is Lily and not the demon.
Oh, is this like a?
This seems like a flashback.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And for bonus points, my parents said I can't get a new one yet. Would you believe that they don't think I need one?
Seriously?
Back in our day, if we wanted to talk to friends, we'd call them up on the house phone. Do we even have a house phone?
I was gonna say her parents don't seem like the type to have one, but considering they're never home.
I think Kayki is living separate. The player character is living separately from their parents.
I thought, aren't they like off on business? Didn't she say at the beginning that they're off on business ventures? So they like, she doesn't see them very often, I think, or they don't see them very often.
It might be both.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do that.
I'm probably being silly in suggesting this, but I was thinking that you said your parents are going overseas again soon, right, Kayki?
Yeah, over to... Where was it again? One of those small countries that exports, I want to say, starfish. I don't think any countries export starfish.
Wait, they don't? Then you mean little Clint isn't exotic? That fishmonger lied to me!
Whatever. The point is, yeah, my parents are going overseas again soon.
So why not use some of the money they give you to get a new phone? I know I'd feel a bit guilty, but it's not like they can stop you.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Good thinking, Hannah. We've gotten a bit off topic, haven't we? To answer your original question, Lily, that's all you've really missed. Kayki falling into a pool. And destroying my phone. How about you? It's been a few weeks now. Any update on when you'll be leaving the hospital? Yeah.
Lily? The doctors say that they don't think I'm going to get better. Oh. Some characters have more opportunities to die than others. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm curious what the purpose of that flashback was. If it's just a dream?
We're establishing that Lily was, like, cancer patient sick.
It's fair.
Woke up early the next morning feeling like shit. It was a school day, but honestly, who cared? Kalnash said they would come back once more. We'd escape by the skin of our teeth yet again, but our luck had to run out at some point. What if next time was the last? Kalnash could keep coming back again and again, whereas all of us, we just had the one life to lose. What's more, we still didn't have any clue as to how to stop them. For all that we knew, there was no way to stop Kalnash permanently. Maybe we should all just stop trying. Do you want to go for the true ending? Like, actually?
We can if you want.
Yeah, let's just go Gabriel the next 2 times in a row.
Okay.
Yeah, just we can explore characters dying, but let's try to keep everyone alive. Question.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
And Gabriel has to be like stacking the stress right now.
Probably, I would assume, considering he's passed like 2 or 3 different stress tests by now, and come out perfectly fine, and we haven't touched him at all.
Just give up. Let Kalnash kill us. It'd be better than all this stress and fear, wouldn't it? Well, one good thing about my parents being gone. There's nobody here to make me get up and go to school. I think that today I'll just stay at... Someone had the same idea.
Yeah.
For a moment I froze. That's Scottish.
I was about to say it. Whoa.
It's weird how close those accents are.
No, it's very easy to slip into one if you're doing the other.
The difference is, I think, like a more with the tongue hitting the revered mouth, you know?
That's fair.
For a moment I froze. No, that's still Scottish. Hold on. Give me a second.
You're fine. You gotta recalibrate. It's all good.
Why am I emulating David Tennant right now? Stop.
There's worse things to emulate.
Yeah, I want the Doctor, not Scrooge. Come on. Okay. For a moment I froze, debating whether or not I should answer the door. Who the hell would be here this early in the morning? Wasn't a usual occurrence, and I was tempted to ignore it. Then logic kicked in, and I realized that if it really was Kalnash, they'd hardly be politely ringing the doorbell. Coming! Oh, hey. We were just talking about you.
Yeah.
Hi, Kayki. How are you doing? Gabriel? Yeah. Fully dressed, unlike a certain someone I could name. Is it alright if I come in? Sure. So, like I said, how are you doing? How do you think? Shithouse? What? Why? It's just... We didn't stop Kalnash. We still haven't gained any ground. We haven't made any progress. Still Scottish. You know what? Kayki is just Scottish now, I guess. I can't stop myself.
It's fine. It helps distinguish them from Gabriel.
Today's YouTube video will be titled Kayki is Scottish, I guess.
Yeah.
They're just gonna keep coming back and coming after us. After all that talk yesterday about how we gained some clues by going to the graveyard, you going on like this today? Yeah, well, I've had an evening to think about things. I've had time to process, to go over things, and it's all screwed, Gabriel.
we're just gonna be hunted down by Kalnash indefinitely. We might know how they're coming back now, but that doesn't tell us what we need to do to stop them. We do not know how they're coming back, by the way.
Yeah.
We've not confirmed that they are regenerating or making a new body entirely.
Yeah, we have no fucking clue.
It's, if anything, it means that we're even more in the dark than before. Well, I guess I'd agree with you that Kalnash coming back is pretty inevitable. Doesn't look like we'll get a nice lengthy year between appearances again. Well, that doesn't mean that... What? That we can't still work out a way to stop them permanently? Well, what's the alternative? What's your solution? Just let them kill us? Maybe! If there's no way to stop Kalnash permanently, then why prolong the inevitable? Oh, and you know for sure that there's no way to stop Kalnash. You've tried out every possible combination of actions under the sun. No, but nothing. Nobody ever said that this was easy, as much as we wish it could be. But just because the going gets tough doesn't mean that we should give up. I mean, if we somehow found out how to permanently kill Kalnash and finally let Lily have some peace, you wouldn't say that would be a bad thing, would you? Like, that's gonna... If we found out an answer, would that really be a bad thing? No. No, it would be good. Exactly. Even if we can't see it just now, there's always a solution to every problem. And now my brain just automatically wants to just let Gabriel die. I want to see the Peppy person just perish.
No, yeah.
Peppy people should perish.
Well, I don't know if I agree with the second part.
It's funny, like, it's weird. It's just, the second he's on screen and giving us a pep talk, it's just like, hey, I want to see you break and fucking die. Whereas before I was going like, I want to go for the true ending. You know? Like, I don't fucking know.
No, I feel
We'll decide in the moment, I suppose.
Yeah! Who knows? Maybe
I want him to die. We can't give up hope. I want him to die.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm so feral about Gabriel specifically.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it's hilarious.
And that's why we can't give up hope. What's gotten you so optimistic anyway? Honestly, it's the agreement we made the other day. Monday, that is. We said that we'd try and stop Kalnash, and I said that I'd be planning for if Kalnash came back. Well, Kalnash did come back, and will come back again. If I don't roll with the punches, he hesitates a lot.
Yeah.
This is hard for him. Being Peppy is hard for him.
Yeah, I think he's been, like, kind of shoved into this role a little bit by nature of the rest of the group, and he's trying to, like, compensate for everything else.
Yeah, like, whenever there's, like, a dash in anyone else, I wanted to say this, but instead I said that, and now I'm going to correct myself. Every time Gabriel's done it, he just says the same thing he already said.
Yeah.
He's just hesitating a lot. I need to be strong enough to deal with whatever obstacles we come against. So you're just ignoring whatever feelings you've got? Is that it?
Oh! Holy shit, I didn't realize this was a stress.
Fuck him. I want him dead. I want that choice dead.
I didn't realize this was a stress test the whole time. I just thought we were having a conversation. I guess I should have been clued in.
We have done zero work for Gabriel.
And he's just
Succeeded every test. I want him to die.
wow. Yeah, I'm very curious.
I want to see failure on my screen. God damn it.
Yeah,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just very curious how far we can push him more than anything now.
One thing at a time, Kayki. What if it's the sort of thing like he succeeds for like a while, like a really long while, without maintenance, and then he just has like a bunch of stress tests in a row?
Maybe. And if you haven't done the appropriate amount of prep, if you haven't balanced him, like, one is not going to do it. Yeah, you need to have done it like 5 times
No,
in the
like-
past
like-
or something.
Yeah. 5 times is that. Like I was thinking like you need to get him to like level 5 bond, because he's gonna go. Have you checked? Because a lot of these stress tests are like stress is accumulating between scenes, or like after certain scenes, right? And decreasing every time you have an event with someone.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, we still don't know anything about the stress meter because the game won't give it to us.
True that.
Lord.
It's just like, figure it out. Which I feel like it'll come up at some point, but I don't know.
But like, it's like, have you talked to Gabriel X amount of times?
Yeah. If not,
You said
oopsie.
Victoria had a, because I don't remember from the first stream. Did Victoria have a stress challenge after we failed ours? Second stream.
I
whatever.
think the first one was us, and then Victoria,
Gabriel.
and then Gabriel.
No, Gabriel.
Or Gabriel and then Victoria?
Us and Gabriel for sure. I don't remember.
Because was it Victoria was the petrol, or did she not have a stress test?
No, we had the petrol.
Oh, okay.
Like we noticed the petrol out of the corner of our eye.
Okay,
No.
maybe Victoria didn't have one then. I could be misremembering that. Because if it wasn't that one, I'm not sure if she would have had one.
Yeah, no. I wonder if we die if Hannah fails her stress test. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, the stress test says, Hannah, throw me the knife. And if Hannah fails that and doesn't throw us the knife, we just die to Kalnosh.
I could see that being the case, maybe. I don't know.
I'm just wondering how early the game will let us kill someone. Which is a morbid thing to think in a game about survival against the inevitable.
Right. I don't
How
know.
fast can I kill someone? Anyone, not just Gabriel, in this instance. But, whatever. We deal with Kalnosh, and then we worry about other things. When it comes to dealing with Kalnosh, we know that they can regenerate whatever damage is dealt to Lily's body now. It's good that we're aware of the time limits, I guess. That isn't really... I don't know where to go from here. Do you have any sort of... What sort of plan do you have? Well, maybe we should meet with everyone before discussing this. I had a bit of an idea. If I hadn't taken my stupid pills the other day, I would have thought of it back then.
How did we manage to get 2 games that involve people that have to take pills regularly?
I think this is stupid pills. As in dumb bitch juice.
Oh! Yeah, that's probably you're right. I bet.
I fucked up the intonation on that one.
I forget that
And
people
not,
say
like-
that sometimes. I forget that that's like a phrase.
I have taken medication that causes a bit of brain fog. But, like, I don't think...
You don't think that's what they meant? You meant...
I don't think that's what they meant, no.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I would agree with that, I think. Because we have no other evidence to support that, so...
Yeah. You do have a plan. Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of glad you asked about it, because I don't really want to investigate this and then find out it's a dead end, like the whole thing of looking into Kalnosh for regenerating Lily's body was. That wasn't a dead end. Like I said earlier, we ran now at least, and we've got a time limit to find out stuff. We know that Kalnosh will keep coming back, and that we can't waste time. True. Anyway, what's the thing you're thinking of investigating? So I was thinking, obviously, before this whole thing got started, none of us thought that demons were real. Lily asked us to help with the ritual, and I don't think any of us were really expecting it to work. No, I certainly didn't. Anyway, let's not get into the theological implications. Oh, what? But obviously this means that demons are, in fact, real. Naturally, we should summon another demon and have them fight.
I was about to say, is he going to suggest that they summon a different demon? Because I don't know if I like where this is going.
Lily she didn't create Kalnash. We did a real ritual that summoned a real demon. Yeah, I do know all of this, Gabriel. Just trying to let you know where my train of thought is going. Anyway, what I'm thinking is that if we can find out where Lily found the ritual, then we summon another demon to get it to fight Kalnash! What? Yeah, but it would... Wait, we need to summon it into someone else's body. And then once it's done, let's talk about Kalnash. Gabriel, I'm glad you checked with me first because, quite frankly, this is a terrible plan. No, that's not what I'm thinking. Oh, why do you want the ritual then? Might be a long shot, but what I'm thinking is that if it has instructions on how to summon Kalnash, it might have instructions on how to unsummon them. You really think so? Honestly, I have no idea. Makes sense to me, but I don't know whether that's the sort of thing that comes included with the ritual instructions. What do you think? Well, look, we've got a lot of other things we can look into, yeah? Better to investigate than sitting around waiting for a way to stop Kalnash to just drop into a lapse. Yeah. This guy's the only one with any sense of initiative.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna halt the second he dies.
It just kept collapsing down around her.
Hannah? Yeah, that's a good point.
I feel like it'll turn into like a Final Destination style of like, oh, how convenient, everything just starts collapsing in like a Rube Goldberg style.
Never seen Final Destination.
I haven't
All I know
either.
Final Destination is the steel rollers off the back of the truck.
Mm-hmm. I've seen like bits and pieces of it because it's on Pluto sometimes, but yeah, just like, but it's always like complicated things like, oh, the dog trips over a ball and it causes a bunch of things to happen, and then the barbecue grill explodes. He's gonna be the dog falling on a knife instead of a ball, and that's gonna cause some crazy chain of events. Reveals he was keeping everything together by like spit and duct tape, and everybody else is gonna die at once.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I did do some quick searching and Tell me, what do you think of this? Gabriel tapped on a few buttons on his phone and held it up to me, showing me an online listing. This might be a long shot, but this crystal says that I can banish demons, so I was thinking that... Welcome by many shiny crystal, popular love crystal, banish personal demon crystal, buy crystal for good luck, and good sex crystal, popular rating, many 5 stars, buy cheapest price crystal, free shipping.
That might be the most accurate fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's one hell of a description.
Gotta get that SEO keywords in there.
It's good, isn't it? The crystal can really do all that. Honey. You know what a scam is, right?
Yeah.
Do you not know what a scam is? Do you want to buy a bridge off me? I think it's probably a fake. You do? It's all a bit... obviously fake. Too good to be true, isn't it? Yeah, but if it's really true, then we... Think about how useful this would be against Kalnash. Maybe focus on looking into the ritual first. I think that's more likely to bring us an actual lead. Guess it might. Alright, I can look into that, and I'll see if I can find out where Lily found the ritual we did. There'll be information on it somewhere, I'm sure. Just an image of the Sony circle. That's all I really need. Anything you need me to do? There's one thing. Are you planning on going to school today? Not exactly. Any chance of that changing? Why? Well, you know. I think it's good for all of us to still hang out. Don't really like the thought of you being there by yourself, and I mean, we're stronger together than we are apart, yeah? All for one. And one for all. Yeah, I think you've convinced me. Guess, give me a few minutes changing all that stuff, yeah? No problem. Gabriel and I walked to school together, staying silent most of the way. Thankfully, we both had the same classes in the morning, so I didn't have to concentrate too much. Knew that Gabriel would give me help if I needed it. Eventually, lunchtime arrived and we were given a break from classes. An entire lunchtime all to myself. How generous of the school to give it to us. What should I do?
Hold
on, I definitely wrote it down.
Did you?
Might have.
We've had 2 Victoria, 2 Hannah.
None Gabriel left beef.
Yes. I'm trying to think. Because I know we tried...
That means Victoria's up in our rotation.
I think it might be us. Because I think we tried to do us in the... Or no, it was Victoria. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. It was Victoria because we tried to do Victoria at first. And she brought up the test. And then it, interrupted us. Because we were like, why now? So I'm curious if it'll bring up the test again.
Check what Victoria's up to.
I'm gonna... Just for...
Victoria?
Huh? Kayki, where the fuck did you teleport in out of?
I walked over to you. From over there.
Really? Damn, you're really good at this whole stealth thing, huh?
Sure, if you insist. What are you doing?
Talking to you, duh.
Yes, I know that, Victoria. I meant before I started talking to you.
Oh, right. I was looking for a good rock.
Okay, so we're on the vandalism train today. Why? Were you looking for a good rock?
'Cause that bastard Kalnash is gonna come back sooner or later, right? And when that happens, I'm gonna take the initiative or whatever. I'll bash their brains in before they know what's what.
You've already got a baseball bat on you. At all times. I know you sleep with that thing.
Yeah, well, maybe I want a backup weapon.
You know what? I like the way you think, Victoria. Come on, I'll help you find a good rock. Victoria and I went scouting for a suitable rock, and after a few minutes found one that was both reasonably heavy and that she could hold in her hand without difficulty. With that out of the way... Yep, we're still on this test.
I would have thought the test would have already been... I thought that the test would have already been over.
No, I would love to just skim this.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna change? Have we seen this one before?
We saw the very beginning of it, and then Gabriel said, "Hey,
okay."
So yeah, let's just skim this and wait for something interesting to happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You kept some of names, should they? Yep. Will you actually drop this, Kayki? Will you actually drop this topic? Nobody wants to hear about it. gone.
Oh.
Oh! The music changed. Victoria?
Well, not for this test.
Oh?
But in the past, other stuff, yeah, I did try for other things. It's just, I know from experience that none of it fucking works out.
None of it works out.
Yeah, in the past when I... Look, have I ever told you why I was held back at primary school for that last year? Before I met all of you in high school?
I was about to answer when I realized that I didn't actually know the reason why. In all the years I've known her, I'd never actually thought to question it. Not that you mention it. I always assumed you gotten into a big fight or something, but I don't think you've ever told us.
You never heard from Gabriel then?
No, I don't think so.
Well, the thing is, back then, I did used to do all that nerd shit.
And as you mean studying.
Yeah, studying, homework, all that stuff that's a big old waste of time.
Oh shit, really? What next? You also attend all your classes?
Something fucking funny about that?
Nothing. It's just so different to how you are these days. So what changed?
I got held back.
For doing homework?
No, for... Even though I was trying my hardest, none of it fucking made sense, you know? I fucking sit there for ages trying to work out how to make these, whatever, math sums or English projects work out. But even though I put in all this effort, when the teacher gave me my marks, it was all fucked.
Seriously? They gave you shitty marks?
Yep. No matter what I did, it was never fucking good enough. And by the end of the year, all those bad marks added up enough that my parents said, fuck it, let's just make her redo the year. She's clearly too fucking dumb to survive high school.
Wait, so you could have stayed with the rest of your age group, but you got held back anyway?
Yep. Don't you know? I've never been good enough for my parents.
So what happened next? How'd you end up getting good enough marks in the repeat year?
Oh, that was fucking easy.
Because you got a better teacher, right? One that didn't give you crap marks for everything?
Fuck off! What do you think the point of this story is? No, I got Alexandrina's help.
Your older sister?
Yep. A few favors here and there. No, Mom, when I went to see her, she was alone in her room, no boyfriend to be seen, and then she helped me out in return. And it's a fucking good thing she helped me out, too, because it taught me the most important fucking lesson of my life.
What was that?
If I try to put in the effort, everything's just gonna fuck up. But if I can get other people to do shit, then it all works out. And there's always a way to get people to do shit for you. So why should I bother when I'm just gonna disappoint everyone? This way, everyone's happy.
Never suspected. Knew that Victoria's had issues with avoiding doing work, but I didn't realize this. Expressing disbelief is insulting.
I was gonna
Let's not do
say,
that.
in my brain, one of these is better than the other, but it's also a visual novel, so sometimes there's weird and unexpected outcomes, but
I don't know what the hell is wrong with the teachers or with your parents. No offense.
None taken.
But look, you're not a disappointment. At least not to me. Yet, yeah, you know what? It's true. You're not great at schoolwork. Does that really matter?
Fuck no!
Exactly! It's not something you're going to excel at, and that's alright. Your strengths lie in other areas.
I'm great at sleeping.
Yeah! I was also thinking that you're great at jogging and physical stuff.
I can light fires really easily and quickly.
That's a skill that some people would find interesting. But do you see what I mean? Just because you're not academically minded doesn't mean that you don't have all the skills and talents. Your future could go in any direction, really.
Yeah, I like the sounds of that. At least, what if I had a future?
Okay, that woman has issues. But even if they're not resolved, hopefully explaining everything like that made her feel a bit better.
Yay. Oh, her pet surface is actually made of plastic. Oh.
For a note, both the lunch and the luncheon room, we all had to head off to our afternoon classes. I have no memory of doing the work assigned, but I must have stumbled through it somehow. Class eventually ended, and I started packing up my things, keen to return home after a grueling school day. But it was then that I had something. Shiver shot down my spine. Stopped when I was young, paralyzed by fear. Many of my classmates had it. Most of them had a real room, but when I raised my head and looked around, it didn't look as though any of the remaining ones had heard the noise. Forced myself to control my breathing, try and calm down my rapidly beating heart. It was okay. It was nothing. Nobody was reacting, so I must have just imagined it. My legs were trembling erratically as I hastily swept my things into my bag. Dad past my classmates, trying to reach the door and get out of school as quickly as possible. Whatever the hell that noise was, it didn't have anything to do with me. I was better off not knowing what was going on and getting to safety. Those were my thoughts, but as I moved down the new hall, a new one occurred to me. What if... It does not sound like either of your friends.
Yeah.
But what if it's one of my friends? Didn't sound as though it was one of them. But with all the noise from the students leaving, could I say that was certain? And if it was, if I was in their position, I'd want someone to come and save me.
Oh, shit. Should we investigate or no?
No.
Whew.
There was something seriously wrong with me. Why else would I have deluded myself into thinking that someone was screaming? If it was really happening, that someone else would be reacting. People would be raising their heads and... Save here! And
Smart.
go to auto load. Or the auto saves. No, that was up there.
Oh. Wait, that's a different auto. Haha.
Yeah, load the autosave that had the ticking green bar. Or immediately before the choice. Yeah.
You want to do the opposite?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it's a hallucination. Like, I think
Think so.
Kalnash is fucking with the head.
Oh,
Gritting my
shit.
teeth. Auto still on. Auto was still on.
I didn't realize it would do
Auto
that.
was now off. Heading in the direction of the sound. None of the students in the corridor were reacting to it, so with a bit of luck, it would be something innocent. I was just imagining it. Or Kalnish was laying a trap for me. She was going to stab me in the chest. Couldn't know for sure until I was there. A few minutes later, I was in the classroom that the noise seemed to have come from. Looking through the windows, I couldn't see anything, but that didn't necessarily mean nothing was happening. People would think that we'd been left unlocked, and I hoped to find... nothing. Nothing that was obviously out of place. The room was seemingly empty, but I could hardly just turn around and leave. Hello? Is anyone in here? Completely silence. Nobody answered me. Not even the coroner who attempted responding. Hello? I took a step or two into the classroom, my legs shaking the entire time. I was trying to remember the last time I heard the noise. Maybe I really had been imagining it all along. Kalnish's appearance the day before. Was this starting to drive me mad? Somehow I didn't feel that outlandish. I moved further into the classroom and still there was nobody here that I could see. Nobody under the tables when I knelt down to check. Nobody underneath the teacher's desk. Guess I really did just imagine it. All the stress from dealing with Kalnosh is getting to me. I'm hearing things that aren't there. What next? I wonder if we spend time with ourselves, or do we even have this event?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Sent another jolt of fear down my spine, but I did my best to ignore it. If I was going crazy, then that was something to talk to the others about later. For now, the important thing was to head home. To safety. What was that? I didn't hear a noise.
I didn't hear one either.
didn't sound like the noise before, but I've been staying near the front of the classroom so far. Hasn't moved too far from the door. But the dripping noise had come from the back of the... Well, someone is dead.
Yeah, I don't love the dripping, the idea of dripping.
Oh, alright, so I'll check this, confirm that nothing's there, and then I'll really leave for good. Oh, it's gonna be Lily's body stabbed through.
That's what I was wondering, if it was gonna be Lily.
I just need to make absolutely sure that nothing is there. Which there isn't. I know there isn't, and this is just so that I know that I'm right. I cautiously made my way through the classroom, about halfway down the desk spot what had made the noise. Blood? Then that was what I'd been tripping. I felt a horrible churning in my stomach. I hadn't imagined it. Something really had happened in here. And as the blood was dripping down onto the ground, and that meant my every instinct was telling me to turn around, leave the room, and pretend I'd never seen anything. But I had to know. How had the blood gotten there? I started to look upwards to see what the source was, and saw...
So, come here often?
There was a sudden pressure on my neck, and I found my face being slammed into a desk. Needless to say, even though I couldn't see who was speaking to me, the voice was instantly recognizable. I'd never forget that voice, no matter how long I live for. So the answer is yes, this event will always happen.
Yeah. I was just thinking about you, you know. About how you sliced and diced me once again. Just like old times, huh? Only, you never let me have any fun, Kayki. And given that there's 3 times now that you've helped kill me, I think it's only fair that I get a turn.
I know that I was completely screwed, that Callange was going to kill me here. I was bent down to the desk and nobody knew I was here. But...
Oh? Damn.
Oh! Fun! So we do need to spend time with ourselves when we go back.
Yeah.
I could still do one thing. I could still beg. Callange, please. Callange had me pinned down over the desk and nobody knew that I was here. There was only one way that I was getting out of the situation, and that was to convince Callange that I was worth sparing. I'll do anything you want me to. Just please, let me live.
Anything I want, huh? Alright, how about this? Stay still.
Okay. Legs were still trembling, but I tried to force them to the same place. A moment later, I didn't have to. I felt a cold sensation in my lower back for just a moment, then all feeling below it disappeared.
Thanks for that. Now, what do you think? Middle of your back or up a bit higher? I'm not cutting off that much if I do the middle of your back, but I do kind of like the idea of working my way up gradually.
No, please. You said...
Shut up.
There's a sharp pain in my back next, followed by one up closer to towards my neck. My arms were completely disabled, stopping any last-ditch attempts at freedom I might have had.
There. I'm glad that you asked me to spare you. We're going to have a lot of fun together, Kayki. Well.
So do we want to leave immediately?
I was going to say, do you want to try...
I think I want to try talking to ourselves and then going to the room.
Yeah. You don't want to just try ignoring it?
Yeah, let's... It's the... It was on the auto save page, I think.
So we saved after I think we decided not to go, I think. I could be wrong. But if you want to...
No, I mean I want to go back and instead of spending time with Victoria...
browse the internet on our phone. Yeah, I made sure to save there because I was like, I felt there was probably going to be one coming up soon, so...
Yeah, they seem pretty happy to do their own thing. What's happening on the net?
I'm just curious,
Yeah,
like,
that's
if we ignore it, if that means that, like, if we don't get it, or if we get it anyways, and it comes about in a different way.
I barely started scrolling through my newsfeed, however, when Anna approached me.
Hey, Kayki, what are you up to?
Gabriel hasn't once interrupted us during our me time, by the way.
That's true.
He's very considerate.
Yeah.
Have you ever stopped to actually read some of the status updates people put out there, Hannah? Look at this one, it's from last night. Shower and then bed, smiley face. Who the hell cares?
And now you know why I don't use social media.
She has green eyes.
What?
I'm only just noticing the color of her eyes and her bow tie.
Are you just, like, noting it as fun, or is there a connection you're forging there?
The green text in the flashback.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's green coded.
Yeah.
Because she's the only one whose name we confirmed.
Right.
There. But maybe, if that's the case, then maybe Gabriel is red and Victoria is...
I don't know, because they were talking about, because they said that Victoria is starfish something, and the person in red mentioned the name of the starfish. Or they were talking, because I don't remember, but they were talking about something, and then when we got that card that was like, nobody has the heart to tell Victoria that her starfish pet isn't real. There was like something between that and what she said, and what the person in red text said, that makes me think that that is the person. Even though it would make more sense for it to be Gabriel because of the shirt.
Alright. Maybe not then.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. We can go through the scene again later if we want, just to kind of look at it again.
I don't really care. We're gonna get another scene eventually.
True.
Maybe a dodging a bullet there.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
Well, these are two.
Very different.
Do we want to get it off our chest, or do we want to avoid the topic entirely?
I feel like we should get it off of our chest.
Alright. Let's get a Kalnash on what's gonna happen next. We came so too close to dying yesterday, both you and I. Either of us had reacted just a bit slower, or if Kalnash had been just a bit faster. Might have been just Victoria and Gabriel here. Well, Kalnash might have killed them just as quickly. We all could have died yesterday, and if we do, there's no turning back.
I understand where you're coming from, but... Well, neither of us did die. We're both still here. So, for now, let's appreciate that we're still here, rather than dwelling on the past and what-ifs. I know that it's not the easiest thing to do, but the other day, we were talking about how we try and live life to the fullest, and other than some preparations, would not worry about Kalnash unless they came back. I guess it's not as easy to have that sort of mindset now that we know that they can come back, but...
Don't I know it. It was good for us back then, and it helped us not to panic or overreact too much, but... Well, Kalnash is back now. So now like we said the other day, we need to prepare for Kalnash. They're here to stay until we work out how to stop them for good. Until we die.
Yes.
I think we've done it every available opportunity, by the way.
What do you mean?
Thus far. There have been 3 Kalnash scenes and we have died 3 times.
Oh. Fair.
Interesting factoid.
Getting all the deaths.
I tried and failed to restrain a sigh. Yeah, I know.
Well, if we want to prepare for Kalnash, we should probably try and do some brainstorming, shouldn't we?
That's surprisingly proactive of you, Anna.
Hey, I'm always proactive.
Maybe when it comes to assignments, you are.
Proactive when it comes to assignments is still proactive.
Can't follow that logic. Well then, if you're saying we should try and work out what to do about Kalnash, I guess we need to work out how to get rid of them permanently.
That would be good, but we need to start out planning at a smaller scale.
Could you please elaborate?
I guess what I'm thinking of is... If Kalnash appeared here, right now, what would we do?
Can't speak for you, but I'd probably scream, shit myself, and trip over myself while trying to run away. Then I get killed.
Good.
It is.
Running away is exactly what we should be doing. Kalnash can't confront us if we don't let them. All we need to do, the four of us that is escape Kalnash. I was about to say, is that a hint that we should... Yeah, I'm wondering if that's a hint that we should just not go. No killing, no deaths.
I still vote that we go.
Well, I think we should go and see, and then if we fail again, then I think...
No. I think we're going to succeed this time and die anyway.
Oh.
It's a bit of a don't run, you'll just die tired sort of a deal, I think.
Okay, fair.
Not having to go Kalnash again. I do like the sound of that.
Obviously the part about you tripping over and, all the other stuff, obviously that part is less than ideal, but I know what you meant by it.
I guess the problem that I have with just running away is, what do we do when we're running out of stamina? Kalnash will catch us eventually. What if we split? It's fine with three of us, but one of us is still going to be chased, and I don't like the idea of sacrificing one of us for the sake of the others. Or even having someone act as a lure, if that's the alternative.
I guess that is a long-term plan. It's maybe not the best, but would you rather confront Kalnash?
Not at all, but I guess it maybe wouldn't be a bad idea if we were prepared for it. It ends up being the only option available to us. There's an it missing there.
Oh.
Gabriel brought the knife to the graveyard, and if it hadn't been for that, I probably wouldn't be able to kill Kalnash.
It's not a bad idea. I wonder whether it's worth getting a baseball bat like Victoria has. It's got more reach than a knife.
I guess it's pretty minor compared to what could happen to us if we didn't carry baseball bats. But the issue I see with that is people gave Victoria weird looks all the time. Like, I'm sure her reputation in town helps a bit, but they've made up their minds about what she's using it for.
Good point. We'll carry 2x4s instead.
Sorry?
Then if anyone asks us what we're using them for, we can say that they're for a construction site project. Actually, maybe not. Nobody would believe that you work at a construction site, Kayki.
What's that supposed to mean?
But we could say that they're for an arts and crafts project, maybe.
You know, between the two of us, no one would believe either of us work at a construction site.
No, yeah. I love this line.
Ah, yes. 3 planks of wood nailed together. It's a satire on capitalism, I presume.
If the intent is to show that people will spend money on things regardless of their need, then yes, that could work.
I was thinking, anyway, that I'd rather not carry around something so large. It's a bit unwieldy. True.
Something smaller that can probably be concealed. I'll give it a think.
Alright, so once you've worked that out, that's what we'll go with for our preparation. We try and run if we think we can get away from Kalnash, otherwise we attack them with the weapons we hopefully have.
I guess it's not bad for something on such short notice, but we still need to work out something more permanent.
Oh yeah! Actually, Gabriel was talking about what he was thinking with this morning. He's gonna try and find the ritual that Lily used to summon Kalnash.
You mean that we used to summon Kalnash?
Yeah. I guess.
Sorry, Go on, what's Gabriel thinking?
He's hoping that we can find it. He's hoping that if we can find it, it might have instructions on how to get rid of Kalnash, to unsummon them.
Really? That's great. Do you think it will?
I can't say for sure, really. But it's as good as anything else, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. That feels like a good solution. I think we've got something here.
Well, we still need Gabriel to actually find something on the summoning ritual. But you're not wrong.
Yay. Okay. Take 2.
It's gonna autosave here, so just investigate.
I'm gonna unskip.
Investigate.
I just wanted to make sure that I was unskipping before. Well, actually, we can skip for a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh, did I hit the wrong thing?
You hit the wrong thing.
Dang it. Okay, well, go back.
So you should unskip.
Oh shoot, which one? Okay, it was
The later
this one.
Wait, stop. How
'Cause-
late is that one? I can't see the time from.
So this one that we just got to was at 20:08, and this one's also at 20:08, so it was right before. Because this one was from 1949, which was a few minutes ago. So we want.
What time is it right now? Out of curiosity.
It's 8:08 where I am.
Okay, cool.
So it should be
the later. Whichever, I suppose.
No, I hit investigate the sound.
I
I must have just ran out of time.
Not.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
Success. I didn't mean I was gonna roll up and let Colin have an easy one.
Oi, stop struggling or I'll break your neck, idiot!
I ignored them kids thrashing about, moving whatever parts of my body I could. I got incredibly lucky. One of my elbows managed to get Kaldash in what felt like the face. Pressure on my neck loosened and I took advantage of it.
Oh no, Kayki's free. Whatever will little old me do?
Without thinking about it, I swung a fist at Kaladash's face, hoping to catch him by surprise, but it was no use. He grabbed my wrist with tremendous strength.
Sorry, but you're gonna need to do better than that if you want to stop me.
That's you.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking it was Gabriel because the thing's color coded, and in my head you're coded to blue because you voice Kayki. Bleh. Can't fucking do. Take that, motherfucker!
It was incredible. Out of nowhere, Victoria's baseball bat had appeared, swinging at full speed into the side of Kaladash's head. The demon was knocked to the ground, letting go on my wrist in the process. So Victoria finds her body. In the timeline
Seemingly, yeah.
Victoria, where did?
Fucking go, Kayki!
But
Go! We don't have fucking time!
Kalash was starting to pick themselves up. Victoria was right. There was no time to be wasting on conversation. I ran past her and out the classroom door.
I was about to say, please
I was
follow
halfway
me.
down the corridor when Victoria caught up to me. She was running just as fast as I was, faster even, but I could see that a baseball bat had some blood on it. In spite of her ego she was to get out of there, I got the feeling that Kalanish wouldn't be coming after us right away. Our legs gave up by the time we were outside of the school, but we were able to jump on a bus and take it nearly all the way to my place.
Whew.
Hey. I think we should be alright here. I mean, I don't know whether Kalanash knows where any of us live, but they haven't attacked me here, so... Thank God you came in when you did, Victoria. Seriously. I would have died there if it hadn't been for you, and you saved my life. Victoria, I don't know how I could ever repay you. I mean, the odds of all the classrooms for you to be near at that time, it happened to be... What are the odds? Damn, I really must be the luckiest person in the world.
Ain't a case of good luck at all. I went looking for you.
You did?
Yep. I was watching for the three of you, and I saw Gabriel and Hannah come out of the school, but after a few minutes, there was still no sign of you. So, I got a bit... I know it was maybe being a bit paranoid, but I got worried. You're normally out within 5 minutes of the last bell, but this time you weren't.
I don't know whether I should be weirded out by that type of information or not.
So, of course...
That was a love language, fuck you.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, you noticed. So, of course, I ran into the school, and, well, you could probably guess the rest from there. I kept looking I was trying to find you, and then I looked through the window of that classroom and saw Cal Nash.
Huh. So, I guess if you headed down the corridor half a minute later, we really would have died. Just like that other person. Jesus fucking Christ.
What do you mean, that other person? Did Cal Nash...
I can't say for sure. But there was a pool of blood in the room and no body in the room, which was good, but I didn't know how it could have gotten in there if it wasn't from a victim.
Let's hope it's one of Kalnash's tricks. We've seen some weird shit recently. This might be something similar.
She's not wrong. It's not like anybody else seemed to hear the noise that I did. That went into the classroom. Yeah, I hope you're right.
Anyway, the way I see it, you owe your continued existence to me. If you ever win the lottery, you split it with me 80-20, yeah?
80-20? I think not. More like 40-60.
Would you owe me your literal life? That's how much you think it's worth?
45-55.
Am I getting the 55 or are you getting it?
I think I give you the 55. Like I said, I do owe your life. It's how much I get, then how much you get.
Oh, is it? Kick ass. I thought it was you list whoever's the one winning the money first. Their percentage, I mean.
Wait, so you'd have accepted 20%?
Too late to change your mind now. You've told me you give me 55%. Now I get that much. It's a verbal agreement, and those are the most legally binding agreements.
They are.
All that aside, how are you? That prick Kalnash They didn't hurt you or anything, did they?
Well, I don't have any access to the morphogenetic field, so not really, no. I think if you hadn't come back when you had, I probably would have had my arm ripped out of my socket. Or knives pushed
Stabbed
into
in
my
the back,
spine.
been paralyzed.
But no, mine is a bit of fatigue from that running. I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Good, because we're going to need the whole team at full fighting strength if we're going to finish off Kalnash for good.
You think we can?
You don't?
I mean, I want us to, but between what, Saturday, yesterday, and now today, that's 3 times now any one of us could have died. Feels like the escapes keep getting narrower and narrower, and I don't know.
I'm not going to say that this shit isn't scary, because it is, but remind me who's in the case again?
Gabriel.
Exactly. There's nobody more competent than him. I'm sure he'll work out what we have to do next.
Yeah, but without anyone managing his stress like I'm doing for you and her, I don't know.
Not looking good, bruh.
I guess.
So, this might be a good time to mention something, actually.
Emily is.
If we're ever in a situation where it looks like Kalnash might take us all out, or even where it's getting a bit dangerous.
You've got a plan.
Yeah. Leave it all to me.
Leave it. How do you mean?
Run away. Like what we did just now. I'll stop Kalnash, you get away, and then it worked, didn't it?
So as in, you'll fight off Kalnash by yourself?
Hopefully, but if I go down, better that one of us goes down than all of us do, right?
What? Victoria, don't you... What the hell are you talking about? You think that any of us would leave you behind like that? Why?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking saying that I'm planning to die. But if it comes down to it, better me than you.
Why is that, Victoria?
I'm more expendable, aren't I?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
None of your damn business.
I think we should maybe talk about this.
How about no?
How about yes?
You only just escaped being killed by a fucking devil possessing the body of one of our friends, and you want to make it all about me? Way to dodge the fucking problem, idiot.
Damon.
What?
I don't know if there are any differences between them, but I think Kalnash is technically a demon, not a devil.
Oh. What's a devil, then?
Usually I think devils are the one with red skin and that poke you with tridents and stuff. In hell, that is.
I wish we'd summon one of them instead. Seems like it'd be a lot easier to kill one of them rather than Lily's body.
I hadn't even considered that. This is the first time in over a year that she had to be the one to kill Kalnash. How are you feeling about it?
It feels weird. I know that it's not Lily, it's fucking Kalnash. But still, smashing her knees in, then moving up to her head, shouldn't have been as easy as it was.
Yeah. You tell yourself that it's for survival, and it is, but it still feels wrong. I don't know. How will that look?
You know what we need?
Therapy.
Yes, but also something that will make us feel better.
That's funny. That's technically therapy meets that definition.
But you know what else does?
There's gonna be something illegal in it. Without waiting for a response from me, Victoria reached down to the top and withdrew a crumpled ball.
Got a light, Kayki?
You know I don't, Victoria. And you know that I don't smoke.
And I'd quit, but I think after the day's triumph, we'd earn this one. Don't you?
If you want to, you can, but could you please go outside and... Without waiting for a response, Victoria dumped a cigarette in my mouth and lit it all in the blink of an eye. Why did you ask if I had a lighter if you had one? Couldn't help breathing it instinctively and was rewarded with a lungful of smoke.
Refreshing, isn't it?
Not exactly.
You'll get used to it.
There was this whole burning sensation in my lungs, and the taste of smoke made me want to throw up. No, it's not that bad. Grow up. I coughed and sputtered, unable to control my body. Like, if you grow up around smokers, I suppose it's, like, worse. But, like, it does not taste that bad if you don't have a negative experience tied to it. Meanwhile, as I suffered on my death throes, Victoria lit a cigarette of her own.
Why did I ever stop smoking?
Because you were told that it was a serious health risk?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's even bigger health risk than smoking? Being killed by Kalnash.
Smoking doesn't mean that can't happen.
I love Victoria. She's so funny.
To my displeasure, Victoria made me smoke the rest of my cigarette. She herself went through 3 in succession and ignored my request for her to smoke them outside and knock a dash over my bedroom. That is rude. That's rude.
Yeah, because that stuff sticks around.
Eventually, I convinced her to leave and spent the rest of the evening trying several methods to get the smell out of my room. Before going to bed, I checked the local news. There was nothing reported about Lily's body being found in the school, or what could have caused the blood to be spilled in the classroom. Next day, we tried to meet before class started, but before we could even begin to talk about what happened, a teacher spotted Victoria. Thanks to all the classes she did, she was immediately put in detention, not giving us a chance to discuss things as a group until after the school day. We waited for Victoria outside of the school building until she was finally let out, free at last.
Can you believe how dumb this shit is? You skip 1 or 17 classes and all of a sudden you're in lockup. I'll tell you should really get detention. The teachers for such cruel imprisonment. They're just trying to... I don't care!
More importantly, we were talking while waiting for you. Kayki, can you go over what you were saying? You think that Kalnash was fully healed when you encountered them yesterday afternoon? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had other things on my own checking them out, but they were definitely strong enough to, to ambush me and hold me down. If it hadn't been for Victoria, there's no way I could have gotten out of there. Fully healed within 24 hours. Either Kalnash is starting to heal faster, or they're getting bolder.
Or you just didn't injure her as bad the second time as you did the first 2 times.
Yeah, you burned her alive, and then you slit her throat. Yeah. One of those is worse than the other.
Right.
Whichever one it is, this isn't looking good.
Actually, on that note, I've got something for all of us.
Something for us?
Yeah, I was thinking, Kayki was only able to kill Kalnash in the graveyard because Gabriel brought a knife that day. If it hadn't been for that, we probably all would have died there.
She's got a good point. And maybe if I had a weapon on me yesterday, I wouldn't have needed to rely on Victoria.
Is it getting smokier? Or foggier?
I mean, unrelated to that, probably, my feed is starting to lag.
Oh, no, really?
So possibly it is not unrelated to that, and there are, in fact, smoke particles, smoke effects. lacking the feed.
Very exciting.
But yes, it is getting foggier.
Okay. It's a good thing where we usually just play visual novels and not anything super intense, at least on my end, because if there was a lag and we were playing like something more intense, there'd be no way.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, I've brought knives for everyone. We can't trust Kalanash not to appear again, or only when it's convenient. If we don't take precautions, then our luck will run out at one point or another.
If I accept the knife, we'll have to kill Kalanash again. Slashing into Lily's body feels so wrong, but what's the alternative? Thanks. This is a fucking domino effect, holy shit.
What do you mean?
If we don't have this event and we just leave, because
you think this doesn't
Victoria said Gabriel and Hannah left before us.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the only one who had a chance to come across Kalanash is us. And then we went straight home, and I saw that the dialogue, the choice prompt, after you said to run away, was to pick one of our friends to probably call and interact with. So if that didn't happen yesterday afternoon, Hannah wouldn't bring the knife. And I think we're going to use the knife to stab Kalanash one of these days. Which means if we had skipped the prompt yesterday,
we might fail at a later point.
Because we don't have a knife.
That's cool, though. I like that as, like, because that's a subtle thing of, like, it's not just, like, oh, a stress test thing. It's, like, actually, like...
Choices matter.
Uh-huh. I'd be interested in exploring that other branch at some point, even if it doesn't go very long.
I'm sure that this will be... I'm sure it'll be useful. Thank you. Good thinking. I still got mine, but thanks anyway, Hannah. Hey, is it just me, or is it starting to get weirdly...
Do I have to take the knife? Why wouldn't you? Not very useful to me, is it? I've got my baseball bat, and that's got a hell of a lot more range.
Oh, fuck off. This is a fucking dream sequence, and the choices don't actually matter.
Oh.
The points aren't real.
You think so? You don't think there's, like, a storm or something?
This is too ridiculous, as the area is starting to get more graveyardy.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess that's fair.
There's a major dissonance right now.
Yeah.
True, but what if you need to throw it? Knife looks better than being thrown with a baseball bat.
Oh, you think a baseball bat being pitched at top speed doesn't hurt? How about you and I test a little theory, Kayki?
Guess one advantage of the baseball bat is to still hit no matter where it goes when it's thrown. A knife needs to hit someone. A knife needs to hit someone blade first, or it's pretty ineffective. No offense, but I don't think any of us is skilled enough knife thrillers to get to the blade in every time.
But knives are more accurate. If we need to do something more precise, then a knife is far more useful than a baseball bat. So what? That might be true, but that doesn't take away from the inherent superiority of baseball bats. Gabriel's just seeing things as they truly are.
Is it just my low tolerance for absurdity, or is this scene just really poor?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, considering what we've done so far.
Considering the environment, specifically.
Yeah.
I mean... Okay, but what if, like, knife is still useful? What if you need to cut someone's head? What if you need to cut off Kalanash's head?
What the fuck, Kayki? Why are you thinking about... What the fuck are you planning?
It's not weird, we need to take every advantage that we can get, right? And that means we need the right tools for the job.
A baseball bat is the right tool for every job. No, it isn't.
Right tool for the job might not be the best wording there. I meant more like, you need to be prepared for every situation, right? And a knife has some advantages over a baseball bat, but... Do you want to be in a situation, Victoria, where you have a knife and then you ended up forgetting that you don't have one? Or you need a knife, whatever.
But there's no situation where a knife's going to be more useful than a baseball bat. Anyway, doesn't that mean that you should want to be carrying a baseball bat and a knife? For when you're in a situation where a baseball bat's better to have, which is every situation.
Okay, come with that. You know, I kind of wouldn't mind having more weapons, more things on me in general. I never know what to expect with Kalnash.
I think that sort of points to what the real issue is here. It's not necessarily about what equipment we've got. What's more important is that we can stop Kalnash. And what we really need is a way to stop them permanently.
That's an excellent point. Gabriel, you said you were going to look into the ritual. Yeah, I've managed to find...
Oh, don't tell me. Nothing at all.
It was that. Who do you...
Victoria stole the word right out of your mouth. Who do you fucking think? It's that fucker Kalnash!
Sounded like the voice came from over there, but I can't see anything.
Come out of the fog, you fucking coward. And let you see your death coming. Wouldn't you rather it this way? The thrill of knowing that you could die at any time. Or, hey, who knows? If you're really good, you might be able to sneak up on me. After all, you've killed me a few times now. I've got to show a bit of caution.
Don't listen to them. Everyone just back to back, people.
Oh?
Shit.
Whew, okay, I was gonna say, as much as we spent time with her, if she didn't succeed... Alright. Alright. Alright!
Connor suddenly appeared out of the fog, moving towards Victoria. Whack-a-mole, yes, etc. Smash the demon to the ground.
Kayki, stab him now! Oh? Whew, okay.
I moved over to Kalnash with my knife drawn. Sorry, I got very distracted.
Oh, okay. It's okay, I just was worried it was lagging, and I was like, oh no.
No, it's not that bad. My commission feel it, honestly.
What?
Thinking about a commission.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter about them. I've killed Lily 3 times now, and I didn't really want to do it again, but I also knew that underestimating Kalnash would just lead to more of my friends dying. Stabbed my knife in the back of Kalnash's neck, surprised at what little resistance there was. Immediately, Kalnash began coughing and spitting blood.
Kayki, you think it's going to stop me?
I think we should take her head and just keep it. We just keep her head in a box.
Not a bad idea. I'm not sure how to explain that to people, though.
Like, we just find the nucleus, right? Where
Yeah.
does she regenerate from? Can we... Does she need her whole body to regenerate? If we can split her up into 20 different pieces, and then put all those pieces into individual boxes, and just scatter them across town, are we good?
That's actually not a bad idea.
Ah! You know the knife in the neck? Kalnash turned and bit deeply into my leg all in one movement. Managed to draw blood, and I could feel the tongue trying to press into and taste the wound.
Kayki!
Through my pants?
Maybe it seems warm. Maybe they're wearing shorts. Get out of the way so that I can... No, I'll do it!
Wait, Hannah! I looked unsure of herself as she approached Kalnash. She was still biting into my leg. She had a knife in her hand, ready to follow my example and stab Kalnash in the neck.
Oh, no.
And luckily, she didn't stab into my leg.
Yeah.
You know, right next to Kalanash's neck.
Mm-hmm.
I needn't have worried. Hannah moved her whole body downwards, putting as much force into the stab as she could manage. Blood sprayed out from Kalanash's neck, and I saw Hannah gasp, but she didn't hold back, and forced her blade to keep moving through Lily's body.
You getting out your frustrations with Lily, are we?
If Kalanash's word affected Hannah, she didn't let it show. She stayed silent as she ripped the knife out before stabbing it in again. This time she didn't move it through the flesh, instead just removing it again and repeating the process from the top with another stab. While blood sprayed out, thoroughly drenched in her hand. At some point, long after I lost count of how many times she stabbed Kalanash, she finally stopped what she was doing and dropped the knife. Hannah? How are you feeling?
I can't, Kayki.
Just calm down, Hannah. Take some deep breaths. Do you think you can breathe along with me? Take a deep breath. Yep, hold it. Now breathe out. Now another deep breath in. That's Gabriel for you. He sees a friend in trouble, he knows the exact right thing to do to help them.
Gabriel, Just listen to what he's telling you, Hannah. Gabriel knows what he's doing.
Deep breaths with me. Come on, Anna. I know you can do this. Breathe in response to my counting now, okay? 1, 2. Breathe in deeply on the first number, and hold it until I say the second one, then let it out slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, think about it slowly, and take your time. How are you feeling? Just try and articulate your thoughts.
It happened again.
Yeah, it was... Kalash coming up repeatedly is not good.
No, not that. I had to do it again, Kayki. I had to kill Lily. It was as if when we killed her last year, I thought that was bad enough. I felt so horrible then, Kayki. Holding her arms down while she scratched at my wrists and tried to make me let go. Watching you slice through her organs with Kelnash just laughing and laughing all the while. This was so much worse. As bad as having to restrain my friend while my other friends killed her was... This is infinitely worse.
I know this is a small comfort, but if it hadn't been for you, we would have all died. So thank you, Anna. I know that it was scary and that having to deal with Kalash isn't ideal, but again, thank you.
Yeah, you metaphorically saved our lives.
Not metaphorically.
I was gonna say that as a literal, but... Can I confess something to all of you?
Of course, Anna.
I was secretly glad.
You were what?
Wait, let me explain. It was... I obviously didn't want Kelnash to come back, but when we were camping, when Kelnash appeared at the graveyard, both of those times, you were the one that took care of things. I know that it was a selfish thought, but I was secretly glad that you did it because I was too cowardly to do it myself. I didn't want to do it, and I don't know why I'm telling you this. Here I am whining about killing Kelnash when you've done this a few times by now. And the whole time I've never asked you how you felt about it.
Firstly, you don't need to apologize to me, Hannah. It's stressful having to... I know that it isn't Lillian there anymore, but it never gets any easier. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeling bad about this sort of thing. if you're allowed to feel whatever you feel about having to kill Kalnash.
I'll see how I go for now, and if I... Thank you, everyone.
With a bit of luck, this will be the last time we need to deal with Kalnash anyway. You're not that lucky. It will? Come to think of it, Gabriel was saying that he'd found something about the ritual, wasn't he? Just before Kalnash appeared out of the fog. So Gabriel, if memory serves, you were saying something just before Kalnash appeared. Indeed it was. Something about how you managed to find out something about the ritual.
Don't fucking flake out on us now. You said it right before that fucking Kalnash arrived. You managed to figure out shit about the ritual.
I don't think I ever explicitly said anything about discovering anything. I think you're mistaken. No, seriously, don't fuck with us. I'm not trying to.
Is this a stress test?
Fail. I can't remember word for word what I was gonna say earlier, but I'm pretty sure I was gonna say something about how I managed to find nothing so far.
You fucking what?
Why is the music playing?
Yeah.
This doesn't get us anywhere. Wait. It's okay. How? I know that you tried your best and demonic rituals. Oh, fuck. Demonic rituals isn't exactly something you can just find with a quick Google search, but last I checked, having nothing on the ritual isn't a good thing. It's kind of the opposite of a good thing when you think about it. Exactly as you say, Kayki. It's not something you can find with a quick Google search. I checked the internet, checked some other resources, and wasn't able to find out what the ritual we used to summon Kalnash was. Where it was from, really, what type of ritual it was.
Get to the fucking point.
Point is that I didn't think any information about the ritual could be found, but then I realized just before that there is somewhere. Namely, scene of the crime.
You don't mean Lily's house?
That's right, Lily's house. There should still be a summoning circle there, and we might be able to... Really. There should still be a summoning circle there.
Well, how did you guys do this without her parents, like, or anybody in her family? Like, it's already weird enough that she disappeared and there was a funeral.
She was a hospitalized minor. How does she have less supervision than fucking... Jesus Christ. Neglect? Hello?
Yeah, for real.
There should still be a summoning circle there, and we might be able to find some other clues on top of that. Sounds like what Lily might... Oh, fuck.
You okay?
Tired. Yawning. Signs of where Lily might have gotten the ritual from. Who knows?
Sorry.
We might be able to find information on what Kalnash is.
What about her parents, though? They're not exactly gonna be alright with us just poking around the house. They're probably throwing out most of her stuff anyway, and that didn't include anything about the ritual. Don't you remember? They put up the house for sale and moved away about 6 months ago or so. Oh, great! So we're breaking and entering. They had too many memories of Lily in there, so they wanted to move.
So what Gabriel's saying is we should go to a house that has complete strangers living in it, and we won't have any Lily's things in it. Including anything that could give us hints about the ritual.
Actually, I know for a fact that it hasn't sold. I mean, have you seen how much houses cost these days? Okay, that's a fair point.
Yeah, don't really have a counter argument for that. Even if Lily's things were all removed or thrown out, I'm pretty confident that the summoning circle should still be there, which should hopefully be enough of a stuff for me to find out about the ritual.
Did you cover it with carpet or something? Because there's no way a house is going to be on the market and they're not going to cover that shit up. Unless it's different in Britain, I don't know.
Let's be real. There aren't many other options we have. Alright then. So, Adventures Adventure to Lily's old house, the exact place where we killed her. Fun, fun, fun. Look, if you got a better idea, I'm all ears, but if not... I know. Just thinking about returning them makes my chest feel funny. What are you thinking you should go?
Is there any reason we shouldn't go right now?
Right now. Makes no sense, doesn't it? For one thing, we don't want to be found as Lily's corpse. For another, we did... Why not? We want to get Kaldash out of our lives as soon as possible, yeah? Yeah, that makes sense. I just didn't really expect us to... No, you're right. Well, let's go now.
New theory about Kalnash's body is it somehow turns to, like, water or dirt or something like that as soon as they step away. Which is why nobody ever notices the bodies, and is not just finding random Lily bodies anywhere. And it's also how they could get out of, like, the ground, maybe, or something like that. They can, like, kind of Sandman-y.
That is the wrong fucking...
I get what you're going
I don't know how Enter Sandman starts.
Yeah, I don't...
Alright. We quickly exited the school and moved through the streets towards Lily's old house. Thankfully, she lived fairly close to the schools, and so it would be faster to get there by walking than by taking a bus. Not to mention that it meant less stairs at any blood we had on us. I had an odd feeling of anticipation as we continued down the street. Lily's house would give us the answers we were looking for, be another dead end. If the latter, where would that leave us? Were we doomed to just die at Kalnash's hands, and all of our attempts to escape just far were just delaying the inevitable? I haven't been to Lily's house since that night. I learned that. No, I also never attend. It's the parents. Well, you know how they felt about us.
I thought about coming back and stealing some of her shit. Something to remember Lily by, you know? Also, she owed me a $5 that I never got back.
Really? You killed a friend and all you could think about is money.
I didn't say I did come back for it. I just... would have been nice to have what I was owed.
You want money? Yeah, have some more money.
Hell yeah, sucker. I don't know how I could return to Lily's house.
How are you feeling about going there now?
It's scary, but I've got to. There really is nothing else for us to do but solve this ourselves now.
Does that mean you're fully on board with this plan, huh? You don't want to tell the adults about what we did?
To be perfectly honest, I know that we agreed not to, but last night I told my parents. You did fucking what now? I just couldn't take it anymore. I told them everything. The ritual, killing Lily, camping over the weekend. I didn't mention your names, although they can probably extrapolate that you were involved.
And how did they react?
They didn't believe me. Both of them thought that I was stressed out because of school and that I was having delusions, so neither of them believed me.
Even a bit about going Lily. I can understand them thinking that the demon summoner and Kalmash coming back might be you making those things up, but doing what we did to Lily is possible.
They don't think that I'm capable of it. I didn't think I was capable of it. Right, well, I guess that's alright then, but don't fucking do something like that again, alright, Hannah? Sorry, Victoria. I really didn't want to, for what it's worth.
Well, that's a bit of a pity. If this doesn't work, if we don't find anything solid about the ritual in there, I was beginning to wonder whether we should go to some adults and tell them. Just because Hannah's parents didn't believe it doesn't mean that nobody's will. I guess. Remember the first time we went over? Lily's house, I mean? How could I forget? That was before we went to the cinema to see the new Peppermint movie.
Yeah, that was a fucking great time. I wore my Charizard hoodie there. Actually, I think that might have been the second or third time we were here. The first time was when we had made plans to go swimming at the pool, remember?
Oh yeah, no, I remember. We all showed up here on this astronaut day, happy to go swimming. Yeah, that's right, because I remember was keen to get out of my house. Stupid parents. All these years, they still don't want to get air conditioning.
I was still sort of nervous because we were still sort of getting to know each other, so I made sure that I was the first to arrive. I didn't want to leave a bad impression, even though we'd been spending time at school for several weeks by then.
That rings a bell. But then, you remember what actually happened on that day.
How could I forget?
Yeah, four of us, myself, Lily, Kayki, and you, Hannah, standing around in the swimming gear. All just hanging around in the kitchen, talking and having a good time, and Victoria shows up, late as always. I remember now, she came into the kitchen, took one look at us, and...
Yeah, we all remember what happened that day. You don't have to bring it up, it's not that funny.
None of us. Definitely is.
I think I'd call it one of the funniest things that's happened in my entire life. Well, whatever. We had a good time that day anyway, in spite of what I did.
Yeah, that was a good day. This sounds kind of awkward. You should have talked to him.
I love how they just don't tell us. Okay, so...
Or Victoria.
I was going to say, I think it should be Victoria. Because
Victoria's next in the rotation.
Yeah, because we
or
were...
It should be Hannah, because we boomeranged. Or reversed.
Did we reverse? Oh, okay, yeah.
Because we went to us.
And Hannah's had more stress tests than Victoria anyways, so...
Thus far. Does that mean Victoria has some stress tests coming up, then?
Could be. Ooh, I don't know. I'm sure this is only our first one since we got the last one, so we'll probably have at least one more chance to do it, I think.
You know we only had the one between the one at the graveyard and the one now,
I thought we had two.
No. We had the graveyard, then one, then the classroom, then Victoria took us home, then this one.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
So, your parents didn't really listen to you, trying to tell them about Cal now, she said.
No. I guess that it might be a good thing in a way, since if they had listened, they might have got angry with me for what we did, but it still feels kind of unfair.
Oh, wait. Your parents getting angry at you. I love you. As a matter of fact, that'd be why they didn't listen to you. They think you're mistaken, they don't want to further your delusion about overreacting to it. They want you to stay calm and realize that everything's fine. Which it isn't. But if it really was just a case of you being too worked up from school, it'd be a good thing, yeah?
What? No. I was just stressed by school. And so school could stress me after all of this stuff. Then I'd want my parents to prove my delusions wrong to me. Brushing me aside and telling me I'm wrong doesn't help me. I want to be listened to.
Jeez, got something of a point there.
Uh-oh.
Definitely wrong thing to say there. How about we try changing the topic? So, I can't imagine she'll be too keen to talk about it, but Hannah asked whether Riel really liked her. That might be a good time to see if she wants to elaborate on that. So, Hannah.
Kayki?
Yeah?
I was, thinking about what we were talking about last time, and can we drop it? Can you just pretend that I didn't say what I did?
You mean asking whether we all liked you?
Yeah, that.
I mean, I'd rather not make you uncomfortable. I also don't think that this is the sort of thing you should be keeping to yourself.
But it's such a dumb thing to say, isn't it? A dumb thing to think? You said so yourself.
What? When?
Last time, you said something like asking you the question I did. You said that it was a dumb question or something along those lines.
Maybe calling it a dumb question isn't quite the word to describe. I also don't think that's true. I think she's gaslighting us right now.
Yeah.
I think the sentiment that it was a dumb question.
I think she probably
was
said
there,
something
but I don't-
like, "What are you talking about?" or something like that. Like, or
Yeah,
why would
I
you need
think,
to ask
What are you?
something like
Why
that?
would you need to ask something like that? Yeah, I think
Something? Yeah, I don't remember us
so the
saying.
sentiment that it was a dumb question is there, but we did not say the word dumb.
Yeah.
Well, like, I guess I don't really understand why you'd ask it.
I guess you wouldn't.
What do you mean by that?
Everything's so easy for you and Gabriel and Victoria. The three of you all get on so well, and I don't know. It feels like I'm just not on the same level as you.
You know that last graveyard fog thingy with Kalnash back then? Did you know that was the first Kalnash event that I didn't die in? I'm very bad at this game, actually.
True. If only she could see the meta.
We get on great with you. We wouldn't all be hanging out if we didn't, would we?
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is. I know, I'm not sure why.
This is exactly why I didn't want to tell you. I knew you'd just dismiss me. After she just said she
Anna.
wants to be listened to. I really am the problem, aren't I? I just need to suck it up because it doesn't get any better than this. Kayki, I'm sorry.
Oh, slow down, Anna. Shit, sorry, I'm not really listening to you at all, am I? Just hush you, start at the start. Tell me what you're thinking and tell me what's going on.
It feels like you always hang out so much more. It's felt that way for a while, even back when there were the 5 of us.
Shivering down my spine when she said that. Honey, you know we've been ignoring Gabriel entirely for the past week, yeah?
Yeah, for real. Sorry, bad memories and all, I know, but the point still stands. It doesn't really feel like you guys ever listen to me or even talk to me that often. I know my hobbies are a bit different to yours, but even then it feels like we're always doing things that you guys want to do. Never what I want.
But it feels to me that we try and... Sorry, could you give some examples?
It wasn't that long ago that you were telling me about how you hadn't really read any of the books I got you for your birthday.
Shit, that was relevant.
Yeah. It's been months now, and I thought you'd like it, or at least give it more of a go.
You're right. That was definitely a shit thing for me to do. I'll give it another go, and I can't guarantee that I'll suddenly be staying up all night reading it, but I can definitely give it a proper go. That's a cakey guarantee. I know that we still got a bit to address here, but I feel like you're not really looking that happy to do that.
What's the point?
That depends on what we're talking about.
Is this what other people do you think? Other friendship groups in the real world? It never really goes like this in the books I read or the games I play, but maybe it's never like that. Maybe it's always like this in the real world, and the people writing these things just make these idealized friendships where everybody always gets on and listens because that's what they want.
Huh. I'm genuinely sorry, but you've lost me. Please, back up a little bit, yeah?
Is this what friendships are? We just do what the majority says, and then when that isn't... If I want you to read a book I think you'll like or invite me over to hang out, or am I just supposed to call you out and just force you to do it? But then aren't I just being as bad? All it's doing is flipping the situation around and imposing my will, but I don't want it to be the way it is. I just don't know what to do.
Oh, hell, what do I tell her?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like...
Both of these are terrible options.
Yeah.
one of them directly said she doesn't want to do that, and the other one is feels like it's dismissing her even now.
Yeah.
Also, I have no experience in friendship groups. I.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, at the very least, like, at least she's communicating this now. Like, at least she's not bottling it up, because that's never good. Like, if you have an issue, you need to sit up and say something. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like saying just like, oh, we'll do better isn't what she wants to. I don't know.
I'm only just noticing now that her silhouette isn't what I thought it was. Disappointed now.
Oh, you thought she, like, didn't have, like, a little hourglass?
Yeah, that's.
I will say her arms look kind of chunky, though, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
it could just be better sleeves, and like I just let out the waist a little bit, you know?
yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yep.
She's like 18. 18-year-olds don't have figures like this. Unless they're starving themselves.
I like to think that, like, Kayki's thinking this to themselves. It's like they're paused, and they're just, like, trying to decide what to say in the moment, and then they go on, like, a tangent of, like, wait, why are you so skinny in the middle and not in the other parts?
Ugh.
I don't know. Should we just apologize?
No, tell her she can be more forceful.
Okay.
It's okay to tell us to do your activities if you want. We're more likely to listen that way.
And you'd have fun? You'd all go out of your way to do what I want because I demand it? I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, yeah, I definitely need to get better at this. I think it's time good for her to get all that off her chest, but this is no way near result.
Okay, well, at least it decreased.
So that was the bad option.
Yeah.
Should have listened to you, I guess.
I'm curious if that stacks too. Like, if we said something different in the book conversation earlier, if that would change the outcome of this one. I don't know how much of a butterfly effect this thing plays with.
We don't know how much choices matter.
Yeah.
I do know that I do not have the attention span to play anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say if this doesn't put us give us a space between when we enter, I was gonna say stop right when it's time to enter. So
Yeah.
I guess you give it a few more seconds. Okay. But at least we made some interesting progress. We got 2 Kalnash deaths, so it's starting to speed up.
Yep.
I don't know. It's interesting though. I'm still liking it. I'm curious to play with like some of the branching parts, and I'm curious if there's any branches that we might have missed. I don't think so, but it's curious.
There's a bit of tone dissonance, but that's...
Yeah, it does.
It's not egregious yet.
Yeah, not quite yet. It's not too bad. Do we have anything?
But it's definitely destructive.
Oh.
Where?
Yeah, I don't know, cause there's
no space.
Yeah, there's no death.
Is that... You think it's... Wait, no, click on the second one. Click on the second one.
Oh, well, cause these are both burn, and is this like the graveyard one? Maybe is there a CG that we didn't unlock?
I think there's... So you know what I think it is? I think that's us succeeding and Hannah failing.
Oh, that's a good point. I bet you're right. Interesting.
Which is weird for that to be the case, right?
It seems weird, but I don't know. I mean, cause Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if Hannah
So it's
fails, it
definitely like
doesn't.
I think, I think, I think that's a death CG, and I think Hannah can die in that
Yeah.
scene.
Do you think that the death CGs? There's one death CG for all three of the other characters, and they're all the same no matter when you get them.
Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. So does that mean that's the first time somebody can die besides
Yeah.
us? You think?
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. I don't know. Interesting to see. I just like looking. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, Kay. Thanks everybody for chilling in the stream. We'll be back probably Sunday because I think Eamon's out again. So probably Sunday with Corpse Factory.
We probably shouldn't do Corpse Factory on Sunday.
We probably shouldn't.
I would like to, but I think we can talk about this off stream.
Okay. Anyways, we'll see you guys. Pay attention to the Discord if you want to know. But yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.